Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're gonna look at Plasfy's cutout images option, and that's gonna be available to you. Do you know where? Let's go find out where it's available. And yes, of course, what in the world are cutouts? You need to know that, right? So let's look at a few examples and then I'll show you what these cutouts really are, where you can find them, and how you can use them in your designs. All right, so first we go to clip arts on the left hand menu once you log into Plasfy, and you go into the clip art section. Here, scroll down a little bit. Everything is arranged alphabetically, so you can just scroll down till you see cutout images right here. Click on view all, and within this menu you have a ton of different options to choose from. Cutout images. So what exactly are cutout images? Let me create a blank slide here and show you what these cutout images are. So let's look at animals. We're in the animals section. Let's add a bat. I think I like this guy, and take a look at the image. Alright, so cutout image is nothing but an image with a transparent background, and these images can be used in various ways in your designs. These do not have a background, so you can overlay them on top of your own background and so on and so forth. Now, what if you don't want to use these cutout images? How would you get your own cutout image? All right, there are a couple of ways to do that. So for example, I have this pineapple image here. So if I select this image, I downloaded it from Google Images, and I go to remove background. What I'm going to get is a pineapple here, just a pineapple. Go. Okay, seems like you listen to me, right? So I get a pineapple image here. This is a cutout. Basically, an image where the background has been removed becomes a cutout image, and this is how I can do my cutout images. But if the image is really busy, there are a lot of different background elements. It's difficult for you to cut out an image that you really want. So that is when we come to a library like this, and Plasfy has tons of these images for us. Pick what you want, put them in your design, and you have your designs. So it's that simple. So using cutout images, let me tell you, is easier than actually removing backgrounds from different images manually. That said, I'm going to leave that decision to you. But now let's go ahead and take a look at some designs. Oh, hi bat. Let's go. So this is the image that I removed earlier just to show you, and this is one of the images from the cutout library that we have, and there are so many pineapple images to choose from. So we put this here, put another glass with some juice in it, get a straw, put it into the glass or somewhere around it, get some tropical vibes, a background with palm trees or beach, put that as a background, and you have a nice collage of a beach with a tropical juice. Interesting, right? That's what you can do with cutout images. Let's look at an example. All right, this could be a YouTube thumbnail. It could be a thumbnail for a course. It could be a picture for your blog, different ways. Now, nothing here is kind of a photo, and let me rephrase that. This whole thing is not a photo. It's a collage of different cutout elements. So where are those cutout elements? First, we have the lady here. She's a cutout. Behind her, there is a graphic. It's an abstract graphic, which is a cutout image again. Not really, but it's part of the clip art library. Now, the text here is not a cutout. It is text. And we've added some elements in here. So the one cutout that you need to look at in this image is the woman. She is a cutout, and where do we find that? People cutout. Go to people cutout, and you can find all the different categories here. You can choose what you want. So let's say you want to choose a businesswoman, you select that, and here are some cutout images of businesswomen or women in different business poses. Let's look at what else. Bright people, business, we saw that already. Cheerleaders, chef, child, children, couples, and so on and so forth. There's so many categories here for you to choose from. So take a look at the image. I'm going to just duplicate this, and something happened. Okay, let's remove this. How does this image look now? Boring? Of course it's boring. Just this text is not going to attract any viewer to click on your thumbnail. If it's a YouTube video, they're not going to click on your video, they're not going to watch it. Now here's another element, here's an element, here's an element, this an element, this an element. All these are added just to improve the aesthetics of this image. So let's get back. Where? Yes, there we go. We got back our image. Let's look at the next one. Now this is the duplicate image that we created, but we don't need this. Let's go to the next one. On this slide, what do you think you see? You see a woman dressed up with in a blue, yellow, dark blue dress. You see a 60% off mega sale, and there's some big text Helonge apparel. So this looks like an ad. So if you're creating an ad for a clothing store or something, you have the cutout of a model. She was not there. We added her in to this image. Choose a nice background, or if you have a background of your clothing store, if you are dealing with clothing, then this is what it's going to be like. Get the model, put her in there, and done. Now, I would also say that you won't find every image in the cutout library. Sometimes you have to make your own. So in those cases, you have to maybe download an image from Pixabay, Unsplash, or Pexels, download it here, and then remove background and see if it works for you. So either way it works, but I'm just telling you that the cutout library is there, makes it easier for us to work with collages. Next example. Okay, here we have travel with hard lug, always reliable. So hard lug seems to be the brand name of these bags that these people are carrying. And this again is a collage. It is a collage. So we've got a plane here, which means it's indicating travel. You've got a globe there. You've got some spot. Okay, maybe that's where they're traveling to. And these are two images. We have one image of the woman. If you want to take a look at this. This is the image of a woman, and then we have the image of those two people standing there. We've just resized them to fit the frame. We've added images of these bags. 1, 2, 3 images of bags that kind of look similar in color. And then we have travel with hard lug. It's all made up, it's not real. So this is again an image that you could create for a travel poster, and you have the Eiffel Tower in the airport. Okay, let's look at another one. So here we have a businesswoman, or I don't know, maybe she's a stewardess, but she's showing us the number 3. I would show 3 like this, but she's showing 3 like this. Okay, fine. And that's, she's about to come to the number 4. So idea, to do, doing, done. It's a Kanban board. So take a look at what we could do with these cutout images. So you select her or the cutout image, and you have all these options up here. Now I added a little shadow here. So if you take a look at this, I added a little shadow here. Offset, X offset is there, plus 15. So you can see the dark outline here. And I blurred it to up to 32 points. So that's why you can't see it. If I not blur it, it's going to look like that. So when you blur it, that's the effect you're going to get. So it shows that the person is in front of that board, the whiteboard in that scene. So yeah, that's one thing you can do with this. There's still so many more options up here in the menu. So if you want, you can crop it, you can remove background. It's already not there, so there's nothing to remove there. You can create a clipping mask, which we don't want to, and that's not the reason why you use cutout images. But in case you want to do it, you could create a clipping mask. And if you want more details, go watch the other clipping mask video in the training center. Image filters. Now this is something you can work with. If you don't like how the image looks, then you can change the brightness a little bit. maybe blur it, pixel it, hue, change the color. No. Let's keep it normal, natural. Let's bring it to 0. I think 0 should be good. If not, it's going to the reds. Okay, 0 is good. You could rotate it, opacity, look at the opacity, remove color. I don't want to do that. Blend image. If you want a silhouette kind of thing, you could do that, your choice. But I'm just telling you that there's so many options you can choose from the image filters. And then you have stroke. Now, I didn't add the stroke on this image, but I'm going to show you in another example. Transparency is here as well. Opacity, you can work with opacity there. The layers, where you want the person behind, all the way back in the layers, you can choose where it is. So we just have 3 layers here. So the woman is on top. That's how this image has been designed. Let's look at the next example. So in this, we have the outline that I just showed you, right? The stroke. So I got the cutout image here. There's an office background. And I changed this badge to say best office people's vote. Okay, if you're working there, then that's the best office. Okay, so we click on the cutout image, go to the stroke, change your color to whatever you want, and change the width to how much ever you need. I chose this. You would see this kind of effect on so many YouTube thumbnails. And how do they do that? Like this. It's just like this. And YouTube thumbnails are good. Now, if you're not happy with the cutout image library, which is available within Plasfy, then there's another option for you. Get Deal Quokka, go into there and download your cutout library from there. There's a ton more cutout images that you can use in your designs. Download them, upload them into your Plasfy account. Just here, go to photos, click on upload, and you can upload your images right here and then add them to your designs. It's as simple as that. Let's go to the next one. All right, this again is a cutout image poster. So these 2 people, these athletes, they are running, and that's available. Just search for it, you'll find that. I'm not going to search for it again. This image is a background that I got from the background images, and then this one is text that I got from the text here. I think it's this one if I'm not wrong. So just change the wording. If you do not know how to work with text, go back to the text, working with text video in the training library, and you'll get all the details. And if you still do not have all the details, or you still have questions, feel free to reach out to us and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, this is another version of what you can do with cutout images. Here's one more. Limited edition sneakers. Now that white glow below, that actually is a shadow effect. So click on the cutout image, go to the shadows. I chose a color that's a kind of light beige, pastel something, and then offset it on the y-axis. Y-axis is down, x-axis is on the horizontal, y is on the vertical. Y-axis, I brought it down 95 points, blurred it, and I was able to put this text within that. So it's got a neat effect there. It's not like, so what happens if I remove the shadow? I'm going to just try it. Look, it doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look good. So with the shadow applied, it looks good. And you can choose any color shadow you want. So if you want any of these neon colors which are there in the background as a shadow color, yes, go ahead and do it. You can always do that. Let's see if we have any other. One more slide. And okay, this is kind of surreal. It's a collage of unrelated elements, but all put together, making it look relevant to each other, right? This guy here, he's supposed to be on the beach, I guess, but he is now here floating on the clouds, and he says, I can fly. And you can see there's a clock, how long he's been flying. There's abstract elements there. There's a rocket which is just boosting off into space. There's a bird over there. I can fly. Overall, this is a neat design. I don't know if you like it. I didn't like it 100% myself. There's still a lot more I can do with this, but I'm not doing it right now. This video is just to demonstrate to you the power of the cutout library available to us within Plasfy and what you can do. So I'll give you some more examples of what you can do. So if you have these animals here, so I see animals somewhere. This is people cutout. Okay, we have animal cutout. So if you're creating some images or posters or illustrations for your children's books, go into these animal section, get a nice background for yourself. It could be a cartoon background, animated background, anything. Get some images from here, put them into different positions on your scene, and then take a snapshot or download that image, create a duplicate of that slide and create another image, put in different animals as per your story and so on. That's one way to do it. What else can you do with cutout images? Take a look. There's so many more. Furniture. So if you're a real estate agent and you're trying to put in some furniture just to showcase a room, let's say what you can do with the room. You're a real estate agent, you're creating a blog about what you can do with the room, how you can do the interior decoration for that room. Then you got a lot of furniture cutouts. Choose what you want, put them in there, resize them. You might find that not every time you can resize exactly how you want to perspective and proportions, but you can still do with what we have. All right, check out what else we have here. Fruits, holidays, house, nature, objects, religion, sports, tools, transport. A lot of categories to choose from, and I think this should be enough to satisfy all your design needs, at least in terms of cutout images. And if you don't find them here, two other options for you. One, go to any of these stock image sites or just browse the photos and go into Pixabay, Unsplash or Pexels, search for your image, download it or add it to your slides, remove background, and you got it. That's number one. Number two, go into Quokka, download your cutout library and import from there if you find them. So that's it about the cutout library. You can once again, to recap, where do we find them? Cliparts, scroll down, go to cutout images, choose your category, add them to your slides, and enjoy working with Plasfy. All right, it's been great talking to you today. I hope you found this video useful and informative. I want you to go ahead and try it out, because until you try out these things, you will not be able to experience the ease of using the cutout images. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.